Hello everybody, and welcome back to Unto 11. Where we last left off, guys, it's now exactly 11:11, and the mirror starts to shimmer, as it says here. At exactly 11:11, the mirror starts to shimmer, and I see the reflection of the girl up here. We'll click here. I sit up straight, completely at attention, like a soldier, like, "What do?" Just as I had the night before, my reflection is replaced by that of another person with my face. Here it comes, there we go, the ghost. Unlike me, the girl in the mirror looks completely at ease. She gives a little wave and I return the gesture apprehensively. Why was she so calm? Perhaps this sort of thing is no more on her side of the mirror. Maybe she lives in a world where people travel through mirrors all the time. This thought made me a little excited. As a longtime fan of science fiction, the idea of being able to freely travel to another dimension was pretty appealing. I never thought in a million years it would be actually happening to me. I am desperate to find out more from this other version of me. I am prepared this time. I whip out my notebook that I filled with questions earlier that day. Before the girl can even react, I hold the pad up to the mirror. I have so many questions. Is there a better way to communicate? Which I fully expected her to answer no. I really hoped I wouldn't have to continue conversing through notebook. She reads my note carefully and, to my surprise, she nods. Then mouths the word catch. Can we click that? Oh, we can't. Catch. Catch what? Suddenly an object is flying through the mirror straight towards me. Startled, I instinctively scoot back, then I remember what she had said. I threw my hands out in front of me and managed to catch the flying object. It's a barbell. It appears to be some sort of light hand weight, a 3-pounder. Luckily, this didn't hit me in the face. A thin rope is tied around the middle of the weight, the other end still trailing into the mirror. I clutch the weight in my hand, unsure what to do with it. I look back at the mirror and see that the girl is talking to me again. I carefully read her lips. Pull. Uncertain, I gripped the weight tightly and gave it a slight pull. Apparently the small pull was all it took, because a moment later, the girl is stepping through the mirror, full-bodied and completely real. That's getting creepy. Whoa, there she is, guys. Speechless. I stand there staring at this person that just materialized through my grandmother's old mirror. The girl needlessly straightens her skirt and stands up straight, her eyes aligned as she looks at me. Okay, whew, that was easier than I expected. What was? I am still completely dumbfounded. Luckily, she doesn't really give me a chance to speak. Okay, it's great to finally meet face to face, huh? Well, not through a layer of glass anyway. Well, I guess I should do an official introduction, shouldn't I? I'm Catherine, well, Katie for short. I'm Kat. I reached my hand out in the attempt to shake the girl's hand, but she engulfed me in a giant hug. That's kind of weird. I make a sound of surprise and pull away quickly. Oh, sorry, I'm a hugger. I assume you would be too. I've got to remember, we aren't the same person, are we? So what exactly are we? Twins? I admit I really have no idea what is happening here. Don't worry, I was pretty confused at first too. It's weird talking with two Kates, right? So you got two Kates and Kate 1 and Kate 2. I guess this is Kate 2 from World 2. We're not exactly twins. Alternates would be probably more an accurate term. Like alternate versions of each other? Something like that, yeah. I'm definitely not a scientist. So I couldn't tell you if we have the exact same genetic makeup or anything. I mean, I've done some research, but enough to learn how the portal operates. So tell me everything you know. How did this happen? When did it start? Whoa. One thing at a time, Kat. I'm afraid I probably don't have all the answers you are looking for. I'm still learning about all this myself. What I do know is that my world and your world are sort of like parallel realities. Oh, the same, but also slightly different. The basic concept of parallel universes was not new to me. I read plenty of books. The theory is that our worlds has countless variations existing side by side. Each variant would have differences, of course. The further the world from its core, the more different it becomes. But which world is actually the core? Okay, so we're kind of the same person, just living alongside each other. Exactly. The mirror acts as a portal between the universe. I have one just like it in my world. Did it belong to your grandmother? Yup. I've had it in my room ever since she died. I only just put it in my room a week or so ago. Katie looks at me for a moment as if this was some important news. Then her look turns thoughtful, and she mumbled to herself. I wonder. What's wrong? Oh, nothing. Just nothing. Anyway, our lovely mirrors here is a very convenient portal between our two realities. It opens only at 11:11 p.m. and if my estimations are correct, the portal stays open for 11 minutes. That's interesting. So what happens after 11 minutes? The portal closes. Then what? Are you stuck here forever? Oh no, of course not. I just have to wait until the portal reopens the next night. We can pass through the portal anytime with those 11 minutes, but we need this. She holds up the hand weights, which is now sitting on my floor, rope still leading into the mirror. Or something like it anyway. Anyways, anything that can help get through the in-between. The what? Oh, that's just what I call it. The space between your reality and my side. Now you've completely lost me. Remember how it felt when you first put your hand into the mirror last night? I thought back to last night. I had recklessly shoved my arm into the surface of the mirror to see if I would pass through it, and it did. Yeah, it was kind of tingly, but also felt like sticking my hand in tar. It was like really thick and kind of warm. Right, that's what I call the in-between. You'd think you could just step right through the mirror and end up on the other side, but that's not how it works. There's a space between my mirror and yours, between the realities. That tar-like substance you felt would make it very difficult to move freely between the portals. However, when you pulled on the end of the rope, I was able to slide through without much trouble. I would like to think the rope would only give you a slight leverage. How can it counteract the thickness of the tar? I think it has something to do with having an anchor, something that exists in both worlds. So, first Kate has an anchor point weight thing in her room, right? The other end of the rope is tied to another one of these weights on my side. Somehow the anchor thins out whatever that substance is in between and makes it easier to move through. Kitty shrugs as if that explains everything. I am still trying to wrap my head around the entire concept. I have a feeling traveling through the portal without that anchor could be suffocating, literally. So she could probably die if she didn't have that, right? I shudder at the thought. When I would shudder too, girl. This is all so much to take in. Yeah, but it's fascinating, isn't it? Yeah, I'd say so. Just imagine all the possibilities. So many other worlds out there. So many different versions of ourselves. I think I'm okay with this one version. I mean, it's definitely cool to meet you, but I don't know if I could handle more other me's. Katie socks me playfully on the arm and laughs. You're definitely the less adventurous version of me, aren't you? It sure seems that way. Katie is absolutely fearless. She somehow discovers this portal, learned out its work, learned how it works, and was brave enough to jump right through it. I'm not even brave enough to get over my stupid ex-boyfriend or try for a proper job interview. I really want to know how Katie had managed to learn all this information, considering she has learned a fair amount about the workings of this portal. It doesn't seem likely she could stumble upon this knowledge on accident. She did mention she'd done some research, but where does a person go to read about stuff like this? My science fiction novel certainly could not have prepared me for the reality of the situation. So, how do you know so much about portals? About the portal? Kate shrugs again. It seems to be a common gesture for her. I've done some reading. Reading what? Did you just check out the most recent copy of Magic Mirror Quarterly? Katie laughs. Her laugh is much more bubbly and carefree than my own these days. Oh, you are funny, Kate. I knew I would like you. Thanks? There are various resources available to me through my job that allow me to research portals. But that's kind of top secret information, so I can't really give you all the details, even if you are from another world. That doesn't seem exactly fair. Why should she be allowed to keep all the information to herself? After all, I'm involved in this too. Surely you can tell me something. Of course, really, I'm not trying to keep you in the dark. I'm just kind of afraid of admitting I was snooping through my boss's personal library, you know. I feel pretty bad about it. Still, snooping totally isn't my style. So I was just a little nervous about telling you how I got my information. That's it? She was just worried about what I think of her? She doesn't even know me. Why should my opinion matter that much? Oh, no, it's okay. I really don't care. You don't have to give me the details on that. Kate looks relieved. Anyway, I really do want to help you understand in any way I can, so please ask me anything. If I know the answer, I'll give it to you, but I admit I don't know too much about the sciencey stuff surrounding the portal. I just know it works, and that's enough for me. Honestly, I really want to know all the sciencey stuff, but Katie really said her knowledge on that was limited, so I'll have to ask her something else. Ask her about her world, ask her about herself, ask her about Damon, ask her about her world. I'm curious about the reality of Katie lives in. Can it really be so different from my own? What is the world like on your side? It's very different from here. Well, I've only been in this reality for about 3 minutes, so I can't really answer that, can I? Right, of course not. Well, there's nothing crazy, scary things, scary like zombies or nuclear waste or giant man-eating rodents, right? Oh god, no, nothing like that. That's an interesting thought, though. Maybe there's a version of our world where out there with zombies or killer rodents, or lizard people or vampires. Ooh, I might like the vampire reality, depending on what type of vampires they are. Please, no sparkly vampires. I'm pretty sure those don't exist in any reality. Thank God for that. Ask her about herself. I really want to know what Kate is doing in her life. I certainly hope she is having a better luck than I am lately. So I'm pretty curious to find out if we share the same interests. How different is my parallel universe self? So tell me about yourself. What do you do? Do you have any hobbies? Hobbies. Well, as far as my job goes, I work at a big technology company in the world. At the biggest technology company in the world. They do so many amazing things there. Really? That sounds pretty cool. I'm pretty into tech stuff myself, but I never thought to make it my career. In fact, I never really had an actual career at all. My most recent failure at a job just involved answering phones. Turns out I'm not even cut out for that life. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Amazing's missing a Z there. I get to be involved in all the newest inventions. They have amazing, there we go, it's back again. Completely amazing company parties, and all the most important people are there. I've gotten to meet a lot of super famous celebrities. She whispers this last bit as if she's sharing some really juicy secret. I certainly wouldn't mind getting invited to celebrity field parties, but this is Katie's life, not mine. You must be pretty busy with such an important job. It's not so bad. There's pretty generous with the vacation time. That's cool. I hadn't had a vacation since the one crazy spring break with Alex back in college. Living paycheck to paycheck hadn't exactly allowed me that luxury. Our conversation left me feeling an odd mixture of sadness, jealousy, and longing. It seemed that Katie has it all. She's happy, in love, successful, all the things I've always wanted for myself. What I wouldn't give to trade places with her. Oh my god, I just had an exciting idea. What's that? Why don't we switch places? It could be like a Parent Trap. Like the Parent Trap, that movie does exist in your world, doesn't it? Yeah, the twin switch places, pretends to be each other, and tries to get their parents back together. Yes, except we wouldn't have to worry about the burdensome parents part. We could just have fun living a different life for a couple of days. I am silent for the moment. This is exactly what I wished I could do just a moment before, but once the offer was really on the table, it seems too real. When I don't answer, Katie rambles on. Okay. I can tell you're nervous about this. Of course you would be. So why don't we just switch for another day? You can try it out, and we'll meet back in the mirror at 11:11 tomorrow. If you want to come home, we'll switch back then, okay? I consider offers. There's no doubt this plan is terrifying. On the other hand, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. How many people can say they've been able to visit an alternate universe? Hell, how many times had I wished I could do this very thing while reading one of my books? I really do want to see what it is like in Katie's life. The idea of myself makes me tingle with excitement. Kitty. I've never been the type to take risks. It's much safer to sit at home and live through my books. Maybe that's why Damon broke up with me. I'm too boring. Oh god, just do it, Kate. Stop sitting around waiting for things to be exciting. Take a chance for once. I blurt out my response before I have a chance to even change my mind again. Okay, I'll do it. Kate squeals with delight and claps her hands together like this. This is going to be so much fun. So what do I do? Katie looks at the clock behind us. Looks like we have about 3 minutes. That should be enough time. All you have to do is hold on to the rope and follow it to the other side. I'll be holding on to the other side, making sure you don't pull the entire thing into the in-between. That would be really bad. So I just step through the mirror like a doorway. Exactly. Once your feet are on the ground on the other side, you can let go of the rope. Don't let go of the rope before then. I'm not really sure what happens if you lose contact with the anchor. Oh god. I'm suddenly struck with fear again. Kitty grabs my hand and gives it a light squeeze of reassurance. I can do this. Are you ready? My fear is now mixed with excitement. I'm readily doing this. I am going to visit an alternate dimension. No more time to think about it. I'm going to go. Take a deep breath, and I pull my free hand on the mirror's surface. Sure enough, the odd tar-like feeling is gone. My hand slides right through, and I continue to step towards the other side. Whoa, look at that's pretty cool. I expect to be just one step on the other side, but suddenly I am enveloped in a darkness. I grip the rope tight. I take several steps, but the darkness continues. Not only is my vision dark and hazy, but there is no sound either. My senses are useless. It's like a complete void. It looks as though I am in an eternal black space with no end in sight. There's no way I'm going to make it. I'm stuck in a panic and I cling to the rope tightly with both hands. I take a deep breath, but even my breath seems shallow. Okay, I've got to keep moving. The darkness can't last forever. I think back to Katie's arrival on my side in the mirror. She had appeared only a minute or two after I grabbed onto the rope, so why does it feel like an eternity? I take a couple more steps. My hands are on fire now from gripping the rope so tight. Then without warning, I suddenly enveloped with a light, the light of Katie's bedroom. When my feet are firmly planted on the floor of Katie's room, I look back. I expected to see the endless darkness in the mirror, but instead I see Katie's reflection. I know she can't hear me, but I call out anyway. Until 11? Katie doesn't answer me. She just smiles softly and then turns away from the mirror just as I see the surface start to ripple. Soon the reflection is back to normal. I see Kate's own bedroom reflected in the shiny surface. So it's done then. I've made it. I'm actually in another reality. I turn away from the mirror and look around the room. Katie's bedroom is so similar to mine, and yet still very different. Well, I'm here. Now what? It's late, but I can't possibly go to sleep without at least looking around Katie's apartment. I want to know everything about this other version of myself. Well, guys, that's where we're going to stop here for today. Don't want to let it run too long. I'm going to keep these shorts. It's a lot of reading. So we will continue next time in another episode, guys, of Until 11. If you've enjoyed, guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to leave a comment below. And don't forget to share the video out there, guys. Let people know I'm playing Until 11, the demo version of a point-and-click visual novel, guys. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace.